Moja Perełko is, I feel like it's our origin story, and our origin story is completely entangled with the arrival of Elijah.
It's got that, there's an attitude to it I really like that I feel has been in our relationship that I'm glad it gets seen.
It's that craziness that we went through to get to the place where we are now, where things are a bit more settled and calm. You know, Moja Perełko reflects those elements of how fast everything unfolded for us and how we've just had to knuckle down and get on with it. He was on his way then, in my thoughts, most far and wide. Essentially, our story is we both swiped right on a dating app and, you know, met up quickly and had a picnic. That was our first date. And then within 4 months of dating, we found out we were 5 weeks pregnant. By the time we celebrated our first anniversary, we had met, been dating, become pregnant, had given birth to a newborn, and so 2 new parents were born, and then our first year anniversary happened. It's been a crazy time, but like it's been also amazing because look, you know.
I remember taking Gosh to Beechworth, my hometown, for the first time, and Mum and me were talking while Gosh was on the back lawn playing the ukulele, and in my mind it was that point that it's like you would make a great mother to my children, you would. The generosity, the optimism, they're the like biggest traits that she just shines through with. And then there's like the mum aspect. I don't know, most of the time you're just doing it so naturally and flawlessly, it's kind of beautiful to see.
Being 6 foot tall and being, you know, always a bigger girl, I'd always longed for a partner who would be taller than me. And I know for some people it doesn't matter, but it did for me. Like that little girl in me always wanted to be protected, you know, and cared for. And I wanted a partner who would display that protection and that care. And it was one of our first couple of dates where you'd driven down from Melbourne after work on like a Friday to stay for the weekend. And you rang the doorbell and I answered the door and you just picked me up and like carried me down the hall. And then I just was like, oh my gosh, here's this guy who's like literally doing the things that my heart's always desired. And it was really awesome. Music's always just been my favourite. It transcends everything, you know, like race, age, language, social class, you know, everyone can be unified by music. I was really shy growing up, like afraid of judgment and afraid of rejection and afraid of people's negative points of view. And so I was really timid in sharing my gift for a long time. And, you know, even now I'm 37 and those voices still play a role. And, you know, they can have power over you if you let them, but I try to not let those voices have power and to be brave and put myself out there.
We've both grown up with our communities who speak our language and have our values, and then we both approach each other on that term, and sometimes it really doesn't mesh well. Whereas other things like raising a kid together, that's where we end up meeting each other's values quite a lot. That's the biggest vote of confidence I think we can have with each other.
We had to just come together with our different approaches to life and make it work. And we just decided, well, we have to make it work because he's going to be worth it. As far as like love stories go, ours isn't the most perfect love story. You know, there's a lot of imperfection in falling pregnant 4 months into a new relationship and not really knowing each other. But in that imperfection, there is so much beauty and so much perfection, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't, you know, like I love our imperfections. And I love what we've made of life together. My background is Polish, and one of the phrases I often use with Elijah is Moja Perełko, which is strictly translated, it's my pearl, but the meaning is like my treasure, my precious. We have been blessed with this baby, and he is intended to be here. And you know, breath has been put in his lungs for a reason. He's here with a purpose, and his origin and his beginning, no matter what your belief, is not wrong.